What's up guys, Jacob from FuelTech USA. Welcome back to Tech Tuesday. Today we're going to cover setting up your outputs on the PowerFT line of ECUs. So we're going to start with one of our sample start maps. I'm going to show you guys how to configure your outputs, why certain outputs you would use for certain things and you wouldn't on other things. So let's hop on the software side and we'll get right into it.
Alright guys, so hopping on the computer, we have one of our sample start maps open. It's for a FT600. It's got the most outputs, that's going to be the one we're going to use. If you have a 450 or 550, same thing applies, you just have less outputs to work with. We're going to kind of go over this by sections. Blues are normally for injectors, grays for coils, yellows are auxiliary things. Yellows are your only ones that can also do 12 volt activation. Grays and blues can only do ground. So right now you see these are grayed out. It's how we have our settings in fuel injection. We're telling it sequential and we have 8 injectors. If you tell it semi-sequential, you've got 2 injectors wired to 1 output. So hit confirm. Change that to 4 primary outputs. Now we only have 4 taken up. And if this is something, I don't know, let's say you got a mechanical injection car or carburetor, you don't want any of these. We can go to advanced map options. We'll go to our fuel injection pins assignment mode and we'll change it from automatic to manual. Hit confirm. Now when we go back, these are open. So if you don't want to use them for any injectors at all, click this. The drop down, the easiest way, like man, there's so many options here. If you'll just start typing in the name, like I know I want none. And that's how you would open up all of your blue outputs if it's mechanical injection car or carburetor or something like that. So just to get all these back on here real quick, I'm gonna change this back to automatic. Fuel injection, 8 outputs. Now all 8 will be back there. Auto assigned for us. So we're going to assume we have 8 injectors. Over here, this is, you can use whatever you want. I mean, go through the list. So what you would normally use your spare blue outputs for is turn on a relay to activate something bigger, like let's say a fuel pump. You can turn on relays all day, these things got no problem. You can run a blue directly to ground something that draws less than 5 amps. So if you got something really light, like let's say a air solenoid of some kind, Mac valve, something like that, no problem. You can run it right from a blue. The gray outputs are normally for ignition. You'll see here we have 8 of them because we have 8 smart coils on this map. Let's say you have FT Spark. So we'll go to ignition. We'll change this to FT Spark, serial output 1 wire. This is generally how I wire all of them. The multiple wires you really only need if you got a weird application like a rotary or a 2-stroke, then the multiple wires are required. So we'll go ahead and call it FT Spark serial output. Go ahead and turn this on, advanced power management stuff. Now when we go to the outputs, it's going to default to gray number 1. Again, if you want to unlock these, all of them, make them where you can move them around, same thing. Advanced map options. Ignition pins, manual. Hit confirm. We'll go back down here. Something to note, an FT Spark or a regular ignition coil, you could use a yellow output for it too. Sometimes if you got something weird like a, I don't know, Viper, a V10, we only have 8 here. You can run cylinder 9 and 10 over here, no problem. Or 11 and 12 if you got, you know, something with a V12. There is a very, very, very slight timing variance, but it's so small you can't even measure it. It's super hard to even see any difference on it, but just so you guys are aware. Gray outputs, same thing, we can ground activate relays. The grays are only good for turning on something directly up to 1 amp, so if you got something that's a decent load, I wouldn't use a gray directly for anything. I would always run these through a relay. Now your yellow outputs, these are a half bridge. They can do ground or 12 volt. If you have something with a drive-by-wire throttle body, you're going to have to use the yellows for that. If you've got a E-gate, you're going to need to use the yellows for the DPD on that. Something important to keep in mind with the yellow outputs, since they're a half bridge, they are tied into the ground circuit of the ECU. So if you're going to use this to turn on a relay or turn on a solenoid directly, something like that, if the power on the other side of that relay or the solenoid, if it doesn't turn off when the ECU does, the power can backfeed through this yellow output and keep the ECU turned on. So you turn off the main power switch, but now the yellow's backfeeding power to the ECU, and now the ECU is going to stay on. 9 times out of 10, if you've got something like that going on, it's related to the yellow outputs. You got something mixed up on wiring. Normally, easy way to diagnose is like if you have a Pro 600 harness, unplug the connector with all the yellows, and then like, okay, if the ECU turns off, then we got to start looking into how you have your yellows wired up. I typically use these as 12 volt activation. They can do 5 amps directly. So like before, air shifter, you can run 12 volts right to that. Mac valve for boost control, the dual block valve boost controller we sell. I typically run a yellow right to the power side. That saves just less 12 volt wires, less relays you got to have all over the place. And then you can PWM something directly. You don't have to run it through a solid state relay. One of the only things I wouldn't recommend running on a yellow output would be a nitrous relay. When you very first turn ignition on for a split second, I'm talking milliseconds, the ECU doesn't have any logic yet on the output, and it can kind of flicker that yellow output. So if you have this ran to a nitrous solenoid and you have pressure on the solenoid, it's going to put a little bit in the intake right before you start it, which is not ideal. Normally the nitrous stuff I'll put on a gray output or a blue output. When you set up one of these yellow outputs, something important is to set which way the output should be triggered, because it can do either way. If you don't do this, by default, all of the ECU features, when you first turn them on, they default to ground output. So let's set up like we have a shifter. We'll do gear shift output. Okay, let's go to map options. Turn on gear shift output. When we first go here, you see output signal activated at 0 volts. If you were to just set this up and write the tune, then right when you write it, it's going to be resting at 12 volts and it's going to be sending power to that thing all the time. So if you are 12 volt activating something with a yellow, make sure you go to that feature, output signal, okay, activated at 12 volts. Then write the tune and everything's good.
All right, guys, that should pretty much cover anything you need to know about setting up and configuring your outputs. If you guys have any questions, reach out to us at the tech team, phone, email, smoke signal, however you get a hold to us. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below, something you guys want to see covered, and we'll see you next Tuesday.